Hello guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here to do something a little bit different. I'm going to jump into my favourite motorsport, Formula 1, and I'm going to do a series. There used to be a game made by EA back in 2002. It was called Career Challenge, and it spanned like 4 seasons from 98 to 2002. I want to do something similar but with Codemasters versions of the games. They've had the license for Formula 1 since 2009. That version came out on Nintendo Wii and PSP, I think. But then everyone after that was on consoles and PC. So here we are. Formula 1 2009, Career Challenge. And honestly, Formula 1 2009 is probably my least favourite version of the game. Sorry if anyone actually likes it, but it's quite horrible to play. So I'm going to actually make the career mode of this one a little bit shorter by only doing like 10% races. But you'll get the gist of the game pretty much as soon as we get in. So yeah, how it's going to work is every game we'll just start a new career. I'm only going to do 1 season in each game, so 2009, 10, 11, 12, all the way up to the latest one that will come out in August. So it'll probably take me a while to get to that one, but I'm sure we'll do a video on the channel on it eventually. So let's get into our career. We've basically just started it. We're no one. We're nothing, which is like we are in real life, but in the game we can become things. So look at that, randomly in our email box we've got 2 emails from one from BMW Sauber and one from Toro Rosso. So we'll have a read of this BMW Sauber one. Test session invite. Our vehicle for this season is almost complete. Final on-track testing is in progress. We would like to invite you to attend one of our test sessions and give you the chance to show us what you can do in our car. If you perform well, then we would be willing to consider you for a drive, blah blah. And yeah, same thing with the Toro Rosso one, except this one they want us to do a test at Monza. And honestly, I'm sort of more of a Red Bull sort of guy, being an Aussie, so I'm going to sign with Toro Rosso for this, and we're going to do the season as Toro Rosso. So we didn't really have much choice. We had between Sauber or Toro Rosso for this game. But we've still got to get the job. So the idea of this test session is they're going to set a lap time. There it is, 1 minute 28 seconds, and we've got to do that lap. So with the career mode, I've only got it set on medium difficulty. I do have the assists off, except for some like sort of slidey thing, which you sort of need. So you can change the setup of your car. There are settings for it, but I do find 2009 sometimes fits itself more into a arcade racer rather than a sim racer. The physics are just way out. It's like ice cars, and you'll see what I mean when we go around corners. But yeah, we can change all the stuff. We can change the tyres, we can change the suspension, we can change the gearing, and yeah, ride height and all that sort of stuff. All the stuff you want to change in Formula 1. And I'm sure we will, over the course of the career, change little things if we're not qualifying where we want to be, or we're just not having a good time around the tracks. But yeah, so here we go. I'm actually here not on my first lap. This is the lap that let me qualify for the race. So first lap I was half a second off that 128, and we come around for this first corner, quite tricky to get the braking right there. And yeah, after a first couple of laps of this game, I'm sort of becoming a little bit more familiar with the controls. I'm not using the Wiimote for this. I'm actually playing it on the emulator, and I did get quite on Dolphin. I might actually go back to trying to play it on the Wii, because I did get a couple of issues in this emulator, which I guess is fair, but I did want to try and have it in a higher res for everyone. So that was just the main reasonings. We have a pretty big off there, but managed to keep it together. And yeah, that's quite odd, because like I said, I do make the time here. So it made me question straight away if I had the difficulty right, was medium right. I didn't want to put on hard because I hardly ever play this one, and just honestly wasn't sure how I would go. I didn't want to finish last every video. Not to say I won't finish last anyway, but I don't want to finish last every video. So we come around for the last corner of the lap, which was very wonky there, to post a time of a 1:27.589. We could have done way better than that if we didn't have those couple mistakes. But look at that, we got a job. We are hired for Toro Rosso, which is pretty cool. So let's just have a look at what emails we've now got. We've now got a review. Having reviewed your excellent performance in the recent Monza test, we would like to offer you opportunity to drive for the team in the forthcoming season. They just want us to score 20 drivers' championship points, and they think we should be more than capable of surpassing that target. So thank you, Toro Rosso team management. You got the faith. I accept your proposal. And look at that. As easy as that, Formula 1 driver. So realistic. I think in the actual world at the moment, I think there's literally only 39 or about 40 people that can actually qualify for a real Formula 1 license. So, yeah. Welcome to the team. We're delighted you've decided to sign with us. We have high hopes for your career, many seasons to come. I don't know if it will be with you guys for many seasons to come, Toro Rosso. I'm sure I will mix it up. But let's start the season. The 2009 season, the first season that Brawn was in it. In real life, and they actually won the championship and then sold the team to Mercedes. So it was a very interesting season, 2009. So here we got a little paddock press. If you want to read that there, it's basically just, you know, saying Ferrari are back with a competitive car, and the defending champion Lewis Hamilton, who of course did win the championship in 2008, will be looking to retain the crown and go back to back. I think that'll be quite hard with the McLaren that they had in 2009, especially at the start of the season. But who knows what's going to happen in the games. And I think we'll stir the pot a little bit. So with the sessions, it's like a normal race weekend. We've got a Friday practice 1 and 2, a Saturday practice, and then qualifying sessions, and then the race. So I'm only going to do one practice session, really, just to sort of get the feel. I know Albert Park pretty well, and I'm just going to jump straight in and show you guys some qualifying. I don't think we'll waste the time with the practice stuff. But here we go. This is the visuals we're looking at here. We've got 0% chance of rain. Lap record is a 131.798. I don't think we'll be breaking it in these cars, but the idea with Toro Rosso, I guess, is to get out of this first Q1 session, and yes, if we can make Q2. If you're not familiar with Formula 1, I'm not really sure you'd be probably watching my videos anyway, but basically in qualifying you've got to get, there's 20 cars, you've got to qualify in the top 15 to make it to the next round, and then the top 10 to make it to the final round, and then yeah, that's your qualifying order all through the race. Going to show the end of my Q1 lap because I had a really good Q1 session. As you can see here, I was running a 134.616. We come through the final straight on my last lap of Q1 and second in a Toro Rosso. Again, questioning the difficulty level because that is not where a Toro Rosso would be. But I was pretty happy with that. Overall, we actually finished the qualifying session in third, though, in Q1. But more than plenty to move forward. I guess none of the other teams are really pushing that hard. But yeah, there we go. Look at that, third in Q1. So Q2, a little bit different. The track seemed a little bit slower. I don't know why. I guess, you know, that happens. I just didn't think this game had that in it. Yeah, and we came around for our lap in Q2, and what did we set here? Look at that, a 134.252. And then that was enough for us to qualify 7th in Q2 and progress to Q3, to the final round of qualifying. In our little Toro Rosso, there's our teammate there, all the way back in 15th, so I guess that's where I should be around sitting. Obviously you want to beat your teammate anyway, and I've done pretty well there to get into the final session. Now Q3, I'm going to put most of the lap in here because alright Jeff, sorry mate. But let's get into it. This is our Q3 lap, our qualifying lap here. So we head around Q1, probably a little bit tentative there, but I'd much prefer that than go wide. We get a good run here, we smash the KERS. It sounds like NOS in this, it's quite a bit weird. It seems to go a little bit better than normal KERS, but basically KERS was a little extra battery boost, if you're not familiar with what it is. But yeah, we have DRS and all that sort of stuff now, but KERS is basically what it had then, and basically it had a limit you could use over a lap. I think you could use it wherever you want though, and I usually prefer to use it when I'm coming out of corners, just to help get up that top speed a bit quicker. And it's really hard, I've got to say, to put a clean lap together with the controls. The controlling in this game is just it's so touchy. I find it hard to believe that you could get understeer in this game. Unless your car's like fully smashed, because I can turn into any corner quite easily. Or yeah, if you miss your braking, but honestly, I think I have the problem of braking a little too early than too late. And then when it is too late, it's too late. But here we come around for our last qualifying lap, and we set a 1:34.2. Put us on provisional pole there, but I can tell you right now, I did not get pole position. We actually qualified in 5th in the Toro Rosso, so I'm quite happy with being the junior Red Bull team there. We qualified in the top 10, and you know, we've actually beaten Sebastian Vettel in the other Red Bull. So Mark Webber got 2nd, Jenson Button on pole with the Brawn, Rubens Barrichello in 3rd, Jarno Trulli in the Toyota, Timo Glock in the other Toyota back in 7th, Nico Rosberg for Williams, and the 2 Ferraris of Massa and Raikkonen in 9th and 10th. That's some big names to beat. I'm pretty stoked. But let's get into the race. It is 5 laps. Like I said, want to get through this series in a reasonable amount of time. And don't want to, yeah, I don't want to play this game too much more than I can. It'll ingrain bad habits in my skills, which aren't that high anyway, so I really don't want to wreck them. But let's go, the 2009 Formula 1 Australian Grand Prix. We have another 0% chance of rain, so that is pretty good. It'll be very interesting how the rain model is in this game. And here is the grid. I've just went through the top 10 before, but in 11th we've got Lewis Hamilton all the way back there, Robert Kubica, Nick Heidfeld, Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Bourdais, Nelson Piquet, Nakajima, Adrian Sutil, Fisichella, and Kovalainen in last place. Let's get into it. We have 5 red lights. And we're off. And massive slow start there. Vettel and Glock are just like, later dude. Managed to get through T1 with no crashes. No one's crashed into me. It's definitely a danger point in any Formula 1 games. T1 Australian Grand Prix. Just a bit, oof. Oh man, I've just way missed my braking there. Overshot it, and as you can see, I've just dropped back. I just don't have the pace at the start at all. My tyres are cold. As you can see, everyone's tyres are probably the same, but I seem to be struggling a hell of a lot more. But yeah, we definitely want to keep Rosberg behind us in the Williams. But yeah, it seems like I'm holding up the race quite a lot here. Everyone else ahead's basically, yeah, taken off. I cut the corner there a little bit cheekily, but got away with it. And yeah, now time to put the pressure down. We've got to try and bridge a gap to Rosberg here, because I really, yeah, the way this game is, if I make a mistake, that's it. It's going to be a place. So really want to get as far ahead as I can as we come around towards the end of the track in the last sector. And yeah, we're not really getting that gap that I'd like. Oh, really late on the braking, and we're coming for the last corner. onto the straight, and yeah, so I think we can make a bit of time up on the straights here, but whoa, not that much time. What's going on there? Glock must definitely have a problem. And we got an overtake, and honestly that's about as good as the race got for me from here, because yeah, we run into some troubles. On lap 3, I've basically ignored the pit window. I was sort of just like, why would I want to pit on lap 2? Like, I just didn't see the point, but a lot of people did. Anyway, so I pitted a lap later. I made that call. Anyway, I didn't really see it in that in the moment. But yeah, we actually lose quite a lot of places out of this pit stop. And just coming out of the pits, I was just a little bit rusty, and for me, I don't know if I'd set the pit stop up right or what's going on, but I feel like this was a really, really slow stop. Obviously, I'm getting fuel for this refueling in 2009, so yeah, but 12.183, quite a long, I felt, was a long pit stop. And you might be like, oh, but you come out in 7th, but yeah, as you see here, I honestly thought, like a lot of the other normal F1 games, the later ones, sort of drives you out of that pit area a bit. So I was not ready for it, and I've just smashed into Kimi Raikkonen. Luckily no damage, but I felt bad. So, you know, we've dropped down to 10th, holding Kimi back, and bam, I just get a random puncture. What the hell is this? Initially, so you can see, yeah, my right tyre is not spinning. It's gone. I don't know what's wrong with it. It didn't seem to be slowing me down too much here. As you can see, I'm still keeping Raikkonen behind me. And here I had to make the split decision. Do I want to pit to fix this tyre, or I'll do it? I was still holding on to this 10th position, so I went for it. And yeah, unfortunately, it did not work out for us. As you can see on the last lap here, Raikkonen overtook us. I was definitely losing massive amounts of speed now. Yeah, so then I decided just to pull over a little bit here, just slow down, get out of the way of the cars coming past. Still managed to get punted. I swear I was trying to do the right thing. I don't know if I should have taken that escape road there, but we crossed the line in 12th, and I believe because of that incident, I got a 25-second penalty. Now, if I was going to get a penalty for everything, it probably should have been the Raikkonen one. But yeah, anyway, whatever. There's your top 10. Mark Webber wins the race, Sebastian Vettel and Barrichello on the podium. That's very interesting that something obviously happened with Button there. But yeah, as you can see, my teammate and myself last. So not the way I wanted to start the series of my career. Dead last place, but I'm going to say I was dead last because of that time penalty. And hey, that's realistic. Who knows what the FIA are actually really doing these days. But anyway, guys, that is it for the first video of my career challenge. I hope you enjoyed watching, and yeah, I will see you all next time.